It was a quiet Thursday morning in Louisville, Kentucky, the kind of day where the hum of engines at the airport usually blends into the city's rhythm. But at exactly 6:48 a.m., that calm was shattered by a sudden explosion that lit up the early morning sky. A cargo plane operated by United Parcel Service, UPS, went down just moments after takeoff from Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Witnesses say the aircraft appeared to struggle in the air, veering sharply to the right before it lost altitude and crashed into a wooded area just outside the airport perimeter. Within seconds, the ground trembled. Flames rose hundreds of feet high. A thick column of black smoke could be seen for miles. Emergency calls flooded in, and within minutes, fire trucks, police units, and paramedics raced to the scene. According to initial reports, the plane was carrying several tons of cargo packages, mail, and critical logistics materials bound for various U.S. destinations. It was a UPS MD-11 cargo jet, one of the company's workhorse aircraft known for its heavy lifting capacity. But something went catastrophically wrong. Local residents living near the airport described a terrifying sight, a low-flying aircraft sputtering and shaking before descending rapidly. Some said they heard a loud boom followed by two smaller explosions. Others said debris rained down over a nearby industrial area. One witness, a truck driver named Brandon Lewis, told reporters, "I was on my way to work when I saw this massive flash. At first, I thought it was thunder, then I realized it was a plane going down. The whole sky turned orange. Within 10 minutes, the Louisville Fire Department had over 50 firefighters on the ground battling the blaze." The Federal Aviation Administration immediately issued a temporary flight restriction in the area, grounding several departures as a precaution. By the time the flames were contained, the aircraft was completely destroyed. Charred pieces of metal were scattered over hundreds of feet. Several vehicles and a nearby warehouse sustained heavy damage from flying debris and intense heat. Authorities confirmed that 12 people lost their lives, including the two pilots, a loadmaster, and several ground personnel who were working nearby when the plane went down. Their names have not yet been released pending family notification. The National Transportation Safety Board, along with UPS and the FAA, have launched a joint investigation into the cause of the crash. Early findings suggest that one of the engines may have detached during takeoff, causing an immediate imbalance and loss of control. Black boxes, the flight data recorder, and cockpit voice recorder were recovered late Thursday evening and have been sent to Washington, D.C. for analysis. Officials are exploring several possible causes: mechanical failure in one of the engines, a bird strike or foreign object damage, improper loading or weight imbalance, or pilot error during climb out. UPS released a statement expressing deep sorrow over the incident, pledging full cooperation with investigators. "We are heartbroken by this tragic loss," the company said. "Safety remains our top priority, and we are working closely with federal authorities to determine what happened." Among the victims were experienced UPS pilots who had flown for decades without major incidents. Friends and colleagues described them as calm under pressure and deeply dedicated professionals. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg declared a citywide moment of silence and said flags would be flown at half-staff for 3 days. "These individuals were part of the heartbeat of our logistics industry," he said. "Their loss is a loss for the entire Louisville community." Nearby residents have set up makeshift memorials, candles, flowers, and handwritten notes near the crash site. Some left small brown UPS boxes as symbols of respect. UPS's Louisville hub, known as Worldport, is one of the busiest air logistics centers in the world, processing over 400,000 packages per hour. The crash temporarily disrupted operations, delaying hundreds of flights and shipments nationwide. Industry experts say the impact could ripple through the U.S. supply chain for several days, affecting everything from e-commerce deliveries to medical shipments. Aviation analyst John Cox explained, when a hub like Louisville goes down, even briefly, it's like a heart attack in the logistics system. Everything depends on those connections running smoothly, but beyond the numbers and logistics lies the human side of the tragedy. Families waiting for loved ones to return home. Co-workers mourning teammates they'd shared countless flights with. Neighbors in the crash area say they're shaken not only by the explosion, but by how close disaster came to their homes. One woman said debris landed in her backyard just 50 feet from where her children were playing minutes earlier. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has since cordoned off the area, citing safety hazards from toxic fumes and structural instability. Recovery efforts are expected to take several days. This isn't the first time an MD-11 cargo jet has experienced difficulties. Over the past decade, the model has been involved in several incidents related to hard landings and stability issues. While not inherently unsafe, experts have noted that the plane's center of gravity can make it difficult to control during takeoff and landing, particularly when heavily loaded. Some aviation analysts are already calling for a comprehensive review of all MD-11 aircraft still in operation. UPS currently operates over 30 of them. Over the next few weeks, investigators will reconstruct the wreckage, analyze flight data, and interview witnesses. The final NTSB report could take up to a year, but preliminary findings are expected within 30 days. For now, all eyes are on the black boxes, and the data they hold may finally reveal whether this tragedy was caused by mechanical failure, human error, or something else entirely. Louisville, a city known for its strength and spirit, has come together in the aftermath. Vigils have been held downtown, with residents holding candles and sharing prayers for the victims. UPS employees across the country have paused work to observe a minute of silence. The story continues to dominate headlines and social media, with thousands sharing messages of condolence and outrage, calling for more safety oversight in the cargo airline industry. As investigators work tirelessly to uncover the truth, one thing remains clear: this tragedy has left a lasting mark on the city, the company, and the families involved. And for the rest of us, it's a stark reminder that even in an age of advanced aviation technology, one small failure can lead to devastating consequences.